So we have already discussed what is open market operations. We've already discussed what is open market operations. Okay. So sell short-term securities, buy long-term. Okay, this is answered by Uday. Okay, so sell short-term securities and buy long-term by RBI. Okay. So what is operation twist? Operation twist is something like OMO only, what we have discussed. What does OMO do? OMO is open market operations, isn't it? So what happens in open market operations? Buying and selling of government securities. Buying and selling of G-Secs. That is what is open market operations. Okay, but in this case of operation twist, okay, what RBI tries to do is RBI is going to sell short-term securities. RBI is going to sell short-term securities. Okay, so RBI is going to sell short-term securities. Okay, and RBI is going to buy. RBI is going to buy long-term securities. Long-term securities. So open market of buying and selling securities. So in operation twist, basically, RBI buys long-term securities. So that means there will be more demand for long-term securities. By buying long-term securities means the demand for long-term securities, long-term bonds. Demand for long-term bonds will increase. So demand for long-term bonds is going to increase means price of these long-term bonds, price of this long-term bonds will increase. Price of this long-term bonds will increase. Okay, so when price of this long-term bonds increases, bond price and bond yield are inversely related. So that means bond yield of this long-term bond will reduce. Bond yield of this long-term bonds will reduce. Interest rates, the total output which they receive, bond yields of long-term bonds will reduce. Now I'll explain, don't worry. Now see, on 19th December, this 19th December, okay, 2019, so they decided to come up with 10,000 crore worth operation twist. So that means what? In this case, it will buy, it will sell short-term securities worth 10,000 crore, sell, and it will buy long-term securities worth 10,000 crore. Okay, so that means what? You're selling and buying 10,000 crore. Okay, so you're selling short-term securities worth 10,000 crore and you're buying long-term securities worth 10,000 crore. Buying long-term securities worth 10,000 crore. Ultimately, one benefit is money supply in the economy will not increase. 10,000 crore you pushed in, you suck 10,000 crore. So money supply, excess money supply will not be there in the economy. So excess money supply is not there means there will not be this, you will not have the problem of inflation, first thing. So otherwise, if you're pumping money, inflationary impact will be there. So here you're pumping and sucking money at the same time, and therefore inflationary impact will not be there. Okay. Now, but long-term security, you purchased it. Long-term security, maturity period of 10 years. These have maturity period. These long-term securities on an average have maturity period of 10 years. And short-term securities, you are trying to sell short-term securities. Okay, so which are these short-term securities? Are those securities which are maturing in 2020. These will mature in this year, 2020. And this is what they did. Okay, so why did they do that? What is the purpose? RBI is buying long-term securities means demand for these long-term securities will increase. More is the demand, more will be the price. More will be the price. When bond price increases, bond yields will decrease. Bond yields will decrease. Okay, so the other day I've discussed this bond price, and so why they want to do this? Why they want to do this? Now, bond yields and interest rates in the economy are linked. Bond yields and interest rates in the economy are linked. Now, in spite of RBI reducing repo rates, Monetary Policy Committee, interest rate in the economy were not reducing. This is what we discussed. That means, in spite of that, there is no monetary transmission that was happening. So, since monetary transmission was not happening, something has to be done. Okay, since monetary transmission was not happening, okay, so something has to be done to reduce interest rates, to inject liquidity. That is what they were doing to LTR also. LTR also, long-term liquidity is increasing. Okay, so this bond yield is, so if bond yields reduce, so interest rate in the economy, general interest rates in the economy will also reduce. So based on that logic, long-term interest rates, okay, and long-term interest rates will reduce, and long-term interest rates means, for example, especially long-term loans will boost infrastructure, etc. Okay, so long-term interest rates will reduce and it will boost something like the investment in the economy. This is the whole logic. Through this monetary transmission, now interest rates are going down through Operation Twist, because interest rates were not reduced because of repo. Since repo was not in a position to reduce the interest rates in the banking system, so Operation Twist will be used to reduce the interest rate in the system. Okay, so this is what they were trying to do. Okay, so this is basically, they wanted a twist with respect to the yield curves. Twist with respect to the yield curve. Okay, so little difficult, but I think till here things are okay. So they wanted to reduce the yield curve. See, yield curves, like, not important for exam, just to show you how yield curves look like. So yield curve is basically plotting two things. One is, if I take maturity of the bonds in years. Okay, so some bonds mature 1 year, 2 years, 3, okay, and you have 10-year bonds, long-term bonds. Okay, now if I take yield, I can take yield as a percentage here, yield. Okay, so yield, I am putting something like, okay, 0%, 2%, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14. Okay, like that. Yield. Now suppose I have to draw a graph. So this is what is called as the yield curve graph. Yield curve, how the bond is performing. Okay. So generally what you will find, the yield for long-term bonds will be high, because you will get more money. Long-term bonds are for a period of 10 years or so. So obviously this is a regular yield curve. Yield curve talks about plotting the yield, bond yield, and the maturity, 10-year maturity, suppose. Okay, so this is a basic yield curve. This is how yield curves look like. Okay, bonds with longer maturities have higher yields, obviously, because for a long-term period, no, the expectation is your yield will be high. The longer the time before he gets his principal paid, the greater the risk involved. So therefore, since the risk is more, the yield should also be more. So yield is what return. See here, for example, just suppose 100 rupees bond is there. On this, somebody is paying 10%. So this 100 rupees bond, 10% interest is paid. Now this bond is for 2 years maturity period. Means after the maturity period, even the principal amount will be returned. This, the principal amount will also be returned back. Okay, till that time, let's say every 3 months, or let's say every year only, easy, 10 rupees they are paying interest, 10%. No, now this bond in between can be sold to somebody else. Suppose this 100 rupees bond has been sold 90 rupees. So on this 90 rupees also, this fellow is going to get 10 rupees interest now. 10 rupees interest. Okay, but at the end he will get the principal amount, complete 100 rupee principal amount in return. Now here the interest which he is getting will be 10 out of 90. Here the interest which he was getting is 10 out of 100. Here it is 10%. But here, since the bond price reduced, now new bond price is how much? 90 rupees. Since bond price reduced, what happened here? The interest now 10 by 90 is around 11.1%. That means bond yield, this interest has increased. So always remember, bond price and the yield, his total profit which he gets, are inversely related. So when RBI is going to sell short-term bonds and buy long-term bonds, now RBI is buying long-term bonds means long-term bonds demand will increase now. Okay, that means bond price will increase now in the market. Let's say, then automatically bond yields will decrease. Now after 10 out of 110 now. So bond yield will decrease ultimately. Okay, so that means now there will be a sudden shift with respect to the yield. Okay, so this sudden shift with respect to yield means automatically the graph will change. There will be a sudden twist with respect to the yield. So sudden twist with respect to the yield means now the graph was something like this. Now yield suddenly started reducing. It reduced to somewhere around 6.6%. It increased. Okay, so it was at 6.4, and after RBI came up with 10,000 crore, it increased, and again this twist. This is the twist. Okay, so it reduced. Now bond yield reduced, long-term bonds. So long-term bonds, long-term loans, interest rates will become lower, yields going down. Okay, so that is basically bond yield going down and interest rates are going to reduce. And this will increase the money supply. That is money supply in the sense long-term loans will become cheaper. See, long-term loans are very important. Why? Because, for example, if infrastructure financing has to be done, infrastructure loan is for long-term period, 10 year, 15 year. Okay, if loans for availability for such loans, these loans easily, interest rates will be less for these loans, then long-term investments will increase in the economy. So long-term loans should become cheaper means yield should reduce, bond yields, long-term bond yields should reduce. So long-term bond yields has to be reduced like this. Okay, from this graph, it has to go down to 6.6 or something. Sudden twist. This is the operation twist. There's a twist with respect to the yield curve. Okay. So if that has to happen, that means long-term bond price has to increase. So that yields will. Long-term bond price has to increase means RBI has to buy long-term bonds. Okay. And with the same money now, selling short-term bonds, so that the 10,000 crore, your focus is to reduce the yield only, not to directly increase the money supply. Your logic is to reduce the interest rates on the long-term loans. But money supply, that at least 10,000 crore should not move in the economy. So short-term bonds will be purchased by RBI. So 10,000 crore will not get injected. You're selling short-term securities. Selling means money will move into RBI. Okay. And you're buying long-term. So 10,000 crores has been injected, but this 10,000 crores goes back to RBI. So money supply will not increase. Inflationary effect will not be there. But at the same time, bond yield will decrease. So investments will increase. Now, this is what is operation twist. This twist is, they have derived it from a dance move, 1960s. Okay, I exactly don't remember his name, but it's a dance move, operation twist. It's a twist dance move, sudden twist in the graph here. We are using it for the graph here. Okay, so this is about the operation twist. Okay, so if the prelims question, why operation twist? Monetary transmission. In spite of reducing the repo rates by 135 basis points, there was no much benefit with respect to reduction in interest rates. So monetary transmission did not happen. Okay, so and that is the reason they have come up. Parallel shift in yield curve, etc. It's our MBA syllabus, not for you. UPSC UPSC will not ask difficult graph related questions. Nothing to worry much about all that. But I think this should be clear. So they were able to. So money supply directly will not increase in this operation twist. That is what you should understand. Money supply will not increase because pushing in 10,000